So, welcome.
For many years, Sweden has been a peaceful land. Sweden and Swedish people for many years invested efforts and resources into the well-being and peace building both indoors and outside the state. This example encouraged me and many Ukrainians who felt Swedish support in civil society building, educational, environmental and climate spheres before the full-scale Russian invasion started in our land. The European Union also has been considered a territory of peace since its foundation. Europe as a zone of constant and strong peace is undoubtedly the dream of and the goal of many Europeans. Peace is also a desired goal for all Ukrainians, who now want it more than any other European nation. Peace is one of the reasons why Ukraine is joining the European Union. From this point of view, Ukraine's war for its existence is nothing more than a war for expansion of peace zone in Europe. As Ukrainians, we are very grateful to Sweden and Swedish people for the ongoing support of Ukraine and Ukrainians. Please continue. Because those of our compatriots in Ukraine suffering from the war in cities and fighting with the Russian aggressor in trenches, they still need the help and support. The whole Ukraine, instead of enjoying wonderful summer, is still at the age fighting for its life's existence and the dream Ukraine being as a part of free and peaceful Europe. What's happening right now in Ukraine? You know it, but I want to recall briefly. The Ukrainian city of Kharkiv is shelled now by the Russians every day, each second hour. Every 2 hours there is an air alert in the city, which means the ballistic missiles, guided aerial bombs or heavy drones are flying into the city. Shelling never ends in Kharkiv. Kharkiv is being heavily bombarded from the side of Belgrade city, the closest to the Kharkiv region in Russia. The distance from it to Kharkiv is as little as 25 kilometers. Russian drones flying into the city might be shot down because they are slow. But it is almost impossible to shoot down ballistic missiles and the aerial bombs because the flight time of the ballistic missile or bomb from Russia to Kharkiv is only 50 seconds. Sometimes Kharkiv residents can visually observe the moment of a rocket launch from the other Russian side of the border. There are a lot of bombed out buildings in Kharkiv, but the people hold on, keep the city clean, quickly clean up debris caused by the shelling. There is a special smell in the air of the Kharkiv city. One can feel now the house progressing, how nothing is approaching from the territory of Russia. In order to hold one's mind despite this feeling, Kharkiv residents have to do simple things. They take care of the city and each other. Everyone who wanted to leave this millionaire city already left, but most of its residents remain because they are not going to give their land to the wild Russian invaders. It is not possible to understand how difficult it is to live in Kharkiv those days. For now, you need to go there and see everything with your own eyes. And yes, the site of the construction materials hypermarket epicenter, which was bombed the Russians previous week, yes, indeed, it black ruins and scorched land. This is very scary. Everyone understands that most likely such things will happen again. But the Russian offensive on Kharkiv has now stopped, and this is a good news. And if you want to stop the bombardment of Kharkiv, we have to prevent Russian troops from shelling from outside the Russian border. This is the only opportunity to preserve Kharkiv and all those other cities and villages that Russia is now attacking with the impunity from its territory, erasing them from the face of the earth. Warfare in Ukraine can end only in 2 cases. In the first case, Russia will eventually run out of military resources due to sanctions, and as a result, it will not be able to conduct military operations. We are quite sure that this will happen sooner or later, as the current fascist regime in this country has no and should not have any good future. Unfortunately, we don't know when this might happen, but while waiting for it, we are losing the best people killed on the front line, shot in the peaceful cities with rockets, tortured in the Russian occupation. In the second option, warfare may end if Russia's military potential is eliminated much faster than it is accumulated. This might happen when the new weapons produced by Russia will be immediately destroyed, even before they reach the front line on the territory of Russia itself. Exhausting Russia's military potential is critically important, but it only creates opportunities to end the war. Long-term, ceasefire will come only when the security guarantees from NATO and other allied countries will extend to the peaceful territory of Ukraine. So, after that, Russia will have no more illusions about further attempts to start the war again. Only such a real security guarantees should put an end to Russia's military invasion in the future. Stop the war by forcing Russia to the peace. Establish guarantees on the peaceful territory of Ukraine. Provide justice by holding Russia accountable for the war and restoring the territorial integrity of Ukraine. This is a hard but achievable way, and we hope that Sweden will help Ukraine to walk in this until the peace is reached. Thank you.